If I can't be with the one that makes my heart sing songs, melodies that words can't even imagine. If I can't love with passion, feeling so strong, I'm so far past asking for what's already known to be mine. Don't you rock my boat? And I am yours, so who them say? If you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you with. And I think that shit sounds ridiculous. So why should I settle for second best when she makes me feel like I am the best thing, since bad was considered to be a good thing and white girls with fat asses wear apple bottom jeans? I mean, she makes me dream about purple clouds and jelly beans. I can feel myself around her, and her words are so pleasurable in my ear, so I push the wind back so I could be the first one to kiss her words. Yes, I just might be that jealous type, but who the fuck them say if you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you with? I think they need to quit it. Because when love creeps up on you, stealing your heart, catching you totally off guard, so much so that your thoughts not even yours, and yours alone. So I have found peace and made her heart my home. So I don't think I could love again without her being my focal point. She's like smoking a joint. And who says joint anymore? Don't you rock? I mean, she takes me back to the 60s and 70s where I love first met for the second and first time. Skipped 2 generations and got right back in line. So who the fuck them say? If you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you with. I guess it's them and those that never been in love.
Welcome to Spoken Felt. I am your host with the mostest. I don't know. I don't have anything snappy. I haven't figured out a like a cool hook or something to introduce myself. So I'm just gonna say welcome all to Spoken Felt, and I am Sine Yancey, your host. Um, I feel like I'm supposed to say something right there, but the song you heard before, of course, that was me. Who them say, and I was on some Bob Marley and wrote about my baby actually. Who them say, as lesbians, and it's almost like when you're I say alternative. You seem to be, you have to fight a little bit more to say I love you. But it seems like it doesn't be reciprocated, from others. It's just like you weird. I went through that whole little phase of, you know, uh, God gonna hate me, my mom gonna hate me. I didn't really fuck with my dad at that time. Really didn't mess with him too much. So I was like, I didn't really worry about him, but I was like my aunts, my family, the people I know and love, my friends, you know. And I'm like, wow, how much pressure did I put on myself? Because after I told my mom, it was kind of like everybody else after that seemed like it would have been easier, but it seemed like it's like society, man. Y'all some assholes sometimes. Y'all could be assholes. America and the world could be asshole to people that are different, just simply being themselves. Man, that's just wrong. That's real wrong. But I'm gonna get into another thing because I like to, I wanna. This is off of my CD. I really didn't release it like I wanted to, um, because the sound and everything it was ratchet. So, but this one right here, I remember writing this one right here, and I had taken this black nationalism class. And I learned so much, man. It was just like, wow. So this poem is called Don't Get Me Started.
I would like to begin with a poem in old-fashioned meter. Be good to us, and we'll be good to you.
Don't get me started, please. Don't get me started. Don't make me go straight up Harriet Tubman on you, writing some underground shit that will wake up Denmark BC, Nat Turner and El Haj Malik Shabazz. I ought to claw your ass with my Black Pantherist paws. So don't get me started. And the Wright brothers, they didn't know anything about flight until they saw me levitate in the middle of the night while building pyramids, picking out my afro saying, now, don't you know? Now, ain't I one? I've never been this stereotypical jealous type. I simply watch and pray until the tables have been set before me in the presence of my enemies. So until then, I'll just cover my face and show you the back of me, spitting lyrics rhetorically from the soul, asking questions like wilt thou be made whole? See, I don't want to get started, cause I'm just a poet in training for the last days, painting pictures with sight, sound and feeling. Pleasure and pain is how I'm living. It's shocking even to me. I make time stop and ask me questions about what time it is. I'm writing with my ancestors' hands, connected by the wrist. And some say we got a black president now, so ain't no need to be pissed. But don't let me call on those that have ears. Black liberators, Black Panthers, us, the Galvanizers, Deacons for Defense, Emmett Till, Mrs. Till, 4 little girls at the 16th Baptist Church, Asa Phillip Randolph, Sojourner Truth, B. Richards, Fred Hampton Sr., Freedom Riders, 1619 until the present. Man, don't get me started, and those are just a few names. And watch how the same little girl grew from concrete out of the pain. And I was the one to light the night, for the stars to guide the wise men to salvation. Face to face now, I am that I say that I am. Watch me melt myself into black ink. Speak. No, I spit, so don't get me started. Man, please, don't get me started.
Have you ever just, it's almost like proofreading or, going back, reading your diary from when you were like 16, 17, 13 or whatever, I don't know. Listening to that, to like the music I'm presenting today. By the way, you could contact me if you want to purchase the CD at tonguefoodtalk.com or Sine248 at get you a copy of it or whatever. But going back to what I was saying, because everything I feel like looking back and listening to those songs that I recorded, like, almost 5 years ago, it was almost, I was in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I could feel where I was just listening to it back. And I don't know, people. It's just kind of lethargic, I guess. It's great. I mean, I remember when I wrote the poem, I wasn't in that same mind state as I was in when I recorded. Writing and recording was two totally different things, because when I was writing, man, I had just gotten out of my black nationalism class, and I'm all like, man, black is beautiful. And I had a, hippie moment. I had this black power movement moment. All of this going on in my own little body, you know what I'm saying? And so, plus who I was with, it wasn't really conducive to me being creative on a very loving tip. I'll put it like that. So, when I wrote this, I almost felt like it was a cry for my ancestors to come save me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I read about y'all, I saw y'all, all of this stuff like that, and it's just like everywhere I go is like they're with me forever. Fannie Lou Hamer, man, how come she ain't supposed to be like my bestie or something? You know what I'm saying? How come? Like, we supposed to have been plotting stuff together a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago. So, I mean, I love African American history, but most of all, I love American history because, we are. We are. We are. This my good friend Hove. Y'all don't even know the type of relationship we have, and neither does he. But that's not the point. The point is that when I wrote this poem and I was feeling all, that way about it, and the poem was written out of rage, but liberation at the same time. I think I was crying out for liberation. Come and save me, my ancestors, come and save me, please, please, please. So, anyways, that's not the point. It was just, I don't know, I think I was full of rage because the world then and now, if I looked at the 60s and 70s, the black struggle now, I'm not saying that, I'm not comparing the two, or the concern, the LBGT and all of this is, way any more or any less, or if it's equal. I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is that you can compare the two, though. I can. I'm also black, I'm also a woman, and I'm also a lesbian. I'm already 3 strikes. Already. According to America. So, and then you have, like, in your own community, you wonder why, gay people, a lot of, what people be all like, he's a faggot, or all of this stuff like that. And I've used those words in anger. I'm just gonna be honest about it. I have, because I couldn't hit you or something. So I felt like the word faggot, or whatever would just hurt you. It would do damage, And man, God forgive me, and I hope, those that I spoke those words to can forgive me as well. But going back on it, it's like, and that's another discrimination. So when you discriminate against your own ethnicity, your own origin or preference, or however you want to alternative, or just you being different, all of these things, we struggle within the same community. So it's like double, triple, quadruple threats when you just like all the above, And then being an artist, sometimes people look at artists or different things, but as entertainers, and you don't do anything. Y'all don't add anything. But we do. We do. I want to play a clip from The Devil Wears Prada, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean when I say this. We all mean something, but we just don't know how. So we discount or disqualify, or what I'm saying, don't uplift what we don't know. Man, I felt like that right there. High five, God. That was not of myself. I felt like I was real cool saying it too. Alright, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna play this clip.
Belts for this strap. Why is no one ready? Here. It's a tough call. They're so different. nothing's, it's just both those belts look exactly the same to me. I'm still learning about this stuff and,
Stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back, but what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue, it's not turquoise, it's not lapis, it's actually cerulean. You're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns, and then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets? I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of piles.
Could say I had a really great childhood because of my mom and her being who she is, a strong black woman. But in the 3rd grade, I used to walk home from school, my heart always beating, cause I'm like, I know my mom found out something I did today. Cause she was the type of mom that would just come up to the school just all unannounced, look at me, and I'm thinking to myself, man, now I gotta be quiet. Now everybody else, man, D, I know that's your mama. D, I ain't seen you this quiet all day. That's your mama. She pretty. I was like, so whatever, who cares? And I'm like, man. And then always my teacher said, well, she's a great student, but she talks too much. Or she always wants to be the class clown. And I was like, man, I'm just trying to keep the party going. But my mom wasn't going. So one time in the 3rd grade, I used to get detention slips all the time. And I had kept them from her for so long, I forgot I had them. But we did some type of seasonal cleaning. Each season we do a cleaning. So had to have been like during the summer. I had them from the whole school year to the summer. And she's clean out your drawers, clean your room up, fix your bed, wash the dishes, make sure the bathroom is clean, and all of this, that, and the other. So I was like, oh wow, I forgot I had these detention slips. So my smart genius self, I set the detention slips on top of the already garbage. Well, you know what happened. She came in with a belt.
that was 3rd grade blues that y'all just heard. And I'm thinking about like when that day. I remember that day, like I'll never forget it because this is like the 80s. And it's pretty much economically it was Republican, so you already know it's just like it is now. Ronald Reagan. And anyways, long story short, my mom had a little Jerry Carroll and everything, and I was like, man, I don't know what I was thinking about that day. I don't even know. I didn't even try to hide it. I ain't fold them up, tear them, or anything. I don't know. My ass just was, man, I don't even know. But when I seen my mom, and she just had the belt and all of the detention slips, man. And I just looked like, man, my life for real. I don't even know. I thank God for you know what I'm saying, him giving us the ability to be able to heal, You see what I'm saying? That's why I thank God for his. Cause my mom, man, I don't even know. And we was staying in a duplex too. So my neighbor at that time was my best friend. Oh, we used to walk to school together. Man, that's crazy. Cray. But I'm gonna get into some for real serious stuff like news. What's going on in the world? What's going on with you? So I'm talking about global, well, national news. Y'all already know, excuse me, next month, October the 1st, Obamacare, or what he actually labeled it, the Affordable Care Act, goes into effect. And that's a great thing. As y'all know, some of y'all know, or some of y'all may not know, I'm on disability, but anyways, long story short, I was looking at the Medicare, the how much you paid last year, juxtaposition, what I like that word, juxtaposition, y'all already know. So anyways, juxtaposition what we're gonna be paying this year, or the taxpayers will be paying this year. Man, I thank God for President Obama on that one. High five, God. So that's a good thing. I always want to let everybody know, the midterm election, the midterm elections, it's more important, seemingly, but it's more important than the presidential election. So, I mean, I want us to, we vote in America every 2 years. Every 2 years. We vote in somewhere locally or nationally. Usually it's no usual. It's every 2 damn years. Every 2 years. So get to know your representatives. I looked at the our Tennessee State House. It's all Republicans. All Republicans. And right now, not Steve Cohen, but I got something in the mail from him. Y'all watch MSNBC. I love the Rachel Maddow show because you know why? She go back into history. And so she's setting you up every time. I talk to my friend all the time, Monday through Friday. I'm talking to her all the time. So y'all check her out on MSNBC. So yeah, Chris Matthews, that's my homie. He's the man. He gives you everything. And then who I go to the bars with, go bowling with, Ed Schultz. So I'm just saying, the Martin Bashir, he's the one that actually interviewed my good friend Michael Jackson. May he rest in peace. Man, it's been a long time, man, since man, just seeing his face, man, giving him high five and stuff. He ain't even know it, just like a whole lot of other people didn't even know it. We were best friends. He didn't even know it. So, yeah, he was the one that the interview, he was just like, yeah, he really kind of did him dirty. He really was. He was just like, but he recording him and filming him. It's just like the editing and stuff. It was just stuff. We've been friends since I was 8 years old. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I watch his show too, though, because he's very sarcastic, and I really love that shit. Cause I'm a sarcastic person, and I love that. So anyway, MSNBC, no to Fox. Everybody that watches Fox, they're really angry. You don't even see like Democrats like that. You don't even see Democrats dressed up like, hell, who's the first president? George Washington. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them colonial wear. You know what I'm saying? It's like Republicans, man, they just haters, man. I don't even know what they are doing. So people get ready. Get ready. And I hate to sound like TD Jakes, man, because anyways, let me put it like this. You can sell anything in America. You can sell anything in America. In cross continental, all of that. You can sell whatever you want. So on that tip, I'm back on the show. I don't even know what I was really talking about earlier, but I just kind of wanted to talk to y'all for a little bit, get some stuff out of my mind. I was watching TV today, and man, come on, Memphis. Seriously, really. I mean, really, all these shootings, man, really. And then this is another thing that grinds my gears right here. Man, you see those gun shows and all that stuff, and I'm sitting back like, man, they protect. When I say, and I don't want to say they, because I usually be in mind talking about the Republicans or quote unquote the conservatives, but we always seem to be in a hole when a Republican is the president. But anyways, they always trying to get up in females' tatas and twats and all of that, because I'm trying to curb this, all of this other cursing and things like that, because I do know other words. I mean, I do. I just don't use them. So I'm going to try to use other words to describe adjectives, to describe things. So anyways, but we got to be very aware, because I'm always saying, I think the enemy, the devil, whatever, attacks through the five senses, and if you know what the five senses are, you would be very afraid, but you could be aware. You don't have to be afraid, but the afraid part is the ones that don't know. So when people do know, those with ears, start to speak. It's like you crazy. And then they always die before they got time. But it's also great that we can have YouTube and all these people, some people still alive, and footage and stuff. I think history, that's another topic, but I love history, and I think history tells us so much about now. Our now. And it's always very, sorry, I need some water, but it's very revolutionary when someone says no or fight against, the status quo. I'm a poet right there that rhymed without reason, but it did for a season. Now that didn't make sense right there, but you know what I mean? It's like whenever, like, slave revolts, it was very revolutionary for someone like Nat Turner. And by the way, don't let people lie to you. Get it for yourself. But look, Nat Turner did not kill anyone. He was not crazy. He was a prophet. He was a baby prophet. And when he got older, man, y'all, I ain't even gonna tell you about it. I want y'all to research Nat Turner. And y'all read how this dude wrote. He said, when I was a baby, man, I was out in the fields, in the leaves. They all formed into the walls of hieroglyphs. Man, who says that? Him. Man, I get crunk off of stuff like that. That's why I check another person out. I don't know. I've been reading his book and haven't finished it since spring 2003 or something like that. But James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time, I can't get past it because I'm always missing something. It's just like when you reread the Bible, you always find something. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I want to go ahead on and play my last song, I guess. And y'all be easy. I'll be right back after these messages.
Downloading. Dot
dot, dot. Do you remember life before the personal computer? Remember when you had to check in at your friend's house or keep some change in your pocket to use the payphone? Remember when there was no www.whatever.com, or when you owned books and read each paper page? Remember how you thought that pagers were so cool, and when there was no plasma or LCD TV? Remember when people actually went to the music store to buy music? Oh, wait. Downloading. Dot, dot, dot. Requesting script. Dot, dot, dot. Remember when cars didn't talk back to you, and touchscreen wasn't even heard of? Remember when you could only see a hologram on Star Trek, or only imagine what Mars must really look like? Remember when technology didn't rule you? Do you remember? Do you? Or do you need to download your response first?
That was Downloading by my baby. That's off their album, A Little Bit About Me. I never really, most of these songs that I own, that y'all heard earlier throughout the broadcast, is some stuff that I recorded like a couple of years ago, about 4 years ago. And so, I mean, that's just what I'm saying. Thank y'all for listening. I want to give a shout out to, first of all, everybody that pressed play and listened. That's the first thing. And you can get in contact with me. I am Sine Yancey 1 on Instagram, Sine Yancey on Facebook. I am Sine 77 on Twitter. I ain't want to sound boring through this broadcast. So man, I love you much. Love everybody. I love my baby. Love my mother. I love my friends. I love my sister. I love my dad. I mean, I love everybody, 'cause that's what it's all about. This is Spoken Felt. It's your life, your dreams, your testimony, your testimony. I thought I'd say that again. Last time, your testimony, your peace, your happiness, your anger, whatever. Contact me. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Peace.